Welcome back to Cultivating with Sandra. I am Sandra, and today is Thursday, therefore, it is Thrive Thursday. Today, we are going to take a garden tour of our garden, and we are going to work on two fertilizers that will help our garden excel or thrive, and with ingredients that you can find at home. So, let's get started. Let's start with our salad garden. And I don't know if you can tell, I have harvested some of our salad. This is the size of them, and I decided to get a salad, actually a salad for my sister, and we harvested some of them because we are also going out of town. So we harvested some. So here we are. Here's the original, and here's the harvested um, salad. Right here, we have harvested a lot, at least 12 radishes today were harvested earlier and going great. Everything is looking, we see our peas are trying to reach that first level, and it will be reaching soon. That will be our sweet peas. Our better peas, I'm not seeing much, but I also wanted to let you see my volunteer plant. Those are basil plants, and I did not plant them. I got another one here. And the reason that we are having those is because I planted basil on this bed before, last season, and some seeds stayed. So we welcome them. I was hoping that they will come back so I wouldn't have to plant them. Right here, we are growing slowly but surely. We are seeing our tomato stem thickening and our true leaves coming in our cucumbers. This carrot still needs some time, but I think I'm gonna be harvesting it soon. We have our true leaves in our cucumbers; they're growing great. And over here, the same thing. We got some cucumbers, and this tomato, which is a yellow pear tomato, it is growing great. And we have our sage. This is where we had our infestation of ants, and we did baking soda and did pretty good, but the wind blew into some of the baking soda into my cucumber plants, and I forgot got busy and I forgot to um, water the baking soda off, so it burned most of the leaves. It may not survive, so I'm going to be planting some. And if they survive, then we'll have extra cucumbers. Okay, so here is, we did a big harvest. If y'all remember how big our sage pretty much look like a tree. It has some beautiful purple flowers. So we harvested a lot of that to make sure that we had some to dry to make some um, to store some sage, and everything else is going pretty good. We will be harvesting some of those carrots pretty soon because they're taking um, room for my peppers. We did a large harvest of our parsley and cilantro. Look how little it looks. Um, so we harvested that cilantro. We harvested from this cilantro and from this parsley and that parsley. I had so much. I gave some to my sister. She's going to make a parsley salad. So this is how everything is growing. Those beets are coming along with the cauliflower and broccoli. So let's get started on our fertilizer. Okay, so let's get started with our fertilizer. The first one we are going to make is banana peel. Bananas have lots of potassium, calcium, and nutrients that our plants need. So what we're gonna do is we are going to chop some bananas into our blender. There's many ways of making this a banana peel tea or fertilizer. Um, some soak the banana peels for 4 or 5 days, and that will work too. But I'm trying to make this fertilizer to be readily available in 2 to 3 days. So we are going to chop 2 to 3 bananas. I only have two, so we are going to use two. Two will work, three will be better. So we are going to put this, the banana peel there, and then we are going to add water, and then we are going to blend. We will blend for 1 to 2 minutes, or when you see that it's smooth enough. The longer that you blend it, the better it will be to extract, especially the potassium. That looks pretty good. So right here I have the rest of the water, and I'm going to put this mixture here. And this mixture is going to stay in a dark, cool place away from direct sunlight for 2 to 3 days. Once this is done, after 2 to 3 days, we will strain this. For every cup of this solution, we will put 10 cups of water. Remember, it has to be unchlorinated water or rainwater. And if it's chlorinated water, let it sit for 24 to 48 hours before you use it. So this is the first tea, the first tea, the first fertilizer that we are addressing today. So, so it's banana, 2 to 3 bananas. Put it with a cup of water, and then this is 32 ounces. So you will make put how much, however much water you need to add to make it to 32. So this one is done, which is our banana peel. It is one of the good fertilizers. This is good for tomatoes, for peppers, for cucumbers, for all those heavy feeders that we have in our garden. So, and then you will dilute this 1 to 10 ratio, and you will put it at the base of each plant. You could put a half a cup to 3/4 of a cup to each plant to give it the nutrients. And this is really high on phosphorus, so you want, this is good for when you start seeing those blooms come up. So that's fertilizer 1 for today. Fertilizer 2 for today is something that, remember, we are only doing ingredients that we can find at home. And I debated between this fertilizer that I'm going to show you and actually a comfrey, but not everybody has a comfrey plant. So I'll show you that one later. But eggshells, a lot of the end rot is because there's no calcium. And some of us think that just throwing some eggshells in our garden is good. Well, it takes a long time for that to break down. So we are going to help our eggshells break down a lot faster. So what you're going to do is you're going to have dry eggshell, and you're going to put them, you could dry them just by leaving them out in the sun, or you can put them in your oven, 250 degrees, for around 10 to 20 minutes until they are crunchy, crunchy. And then what you're going to do is that you are going to powder it. And you put it in your handy dandy coffee grinder. And then you have this powder. Now this powder is more, the calcium is more readily available to your plants. So what you do, you put it in your container, in your jar, and you have calcium for your plants. How do you use this one? What you will do, you can do it multiple ways. You can put it at the base of your plants, and then water it in, so it will start giving releasing slow the calcium. You can dilute this or put some of this in water and let it sit for a week or two, and then pour it in, because now the water, remember, unchlorinated water, or rainwater, that will extract all those nutrients through that, to that process, in 1 or 2 weeks. And then you could actually put it in your garden. You could water your garden, or drench, soil drench the garden. And this one you don't necessarily have to dilute, so this one you could use just as is. So you can dry them out in the sun, eggshells, or you could put it in your oven, 250 degrees, for 10 to 20 minutes until they're crunchy, and then you powder it in your coffee grinder. So coffee grinders are very, very important in the garden. So that is the second way, second fertilizer for today. So I have given you 6 fertilizers that you can use for your garden. We have done the compost tea. We have done the just simply the worm casting. Last week we did the oh my goodness, I went blank. Last week we also did the fermented oats, and we did the molasses in the water and for a soil drench. And then today we did the banana peel, and then the calcium. There's so many more than you can do from home. Now the banana peel, if you don't want to blend it, you could just let them soak. The banana peels, cut them up and let it soak in water for at least a week. I know that some people say, oh, 24 hours is enough, or 48 hours is enough. If you are not going to blend it, it is better for you to wait at least 1 week. 2 weeks will be ideal. So you could do it like this, or you could do it the other way. It doesn't matter. It just depends how much time you want, you have. And if you don't have much time, then blend it like this, let it sit for 2 to 3 days, and then dilute this 1 part to 10 parts of water. And then you have the calcium. Calcium, you could add it to your compost, you could add it to your garden bed, you could add it in water and dilute it and let it sit for 24 to 48 hours. There's many ways of you to use calcium eggshells. So you decide what works better for you and what is it that you plants need. If it's calcium, yeah. If it's potassium, phosphorus. Here's another one. And there's it all the way around with the compost tea. In some of my compost teas, I have added eggshells like this, powdered eggshells. So I hope that this is beneficial to you, that you don't have to go and buy the chemicals. You could truly, truly be organic. Now, for the bananas, organic bananas are work better. Organic bananas work better. I know they're a little bit more expensive, but organic bananas work better. And but if you have regular bananas, it will do. It's just you run some of the risk of whatever chemicals that they added to your bananas. So if you don't mind, then that's fine. But if you do mind, just try to get organic. You know, for organic, they still use some more chemicals, but it's way less than the non-organic plants, bananas. So that is all for today. I hope that this is have been helpful and beneficial. Please make sure that you like and subscribe and share this out for those friends, family members that may be interested and want to grow an organic garden. Until next time, have a blessed day.